All right, cool. Thank you guys for being on tonight. Before we get started with Kelly, I just wanted to do some general announcements. Next Wednesday through Friday, we're going to do a coach sneak peek. I was hoping to kind of collaborate forces with some people on Team Boom, but people are kind of away, and I don't know why you have a cheesy smile on your face, Kelly. Anyway, but we'll be doing a coach sneak peek for 3 days. So I'll be opening the group probably Monday, so you can start adding people to it, which is perfect timing for the topic of our call tonight, to kind of help you guys out with that. But that'll be Wednesday through Friday, and we'll be doing kind of a different topic each day that will cover what we do as coaches, and hopefully we can get you guys started out on a really good foot for April. So, and then next, I know a lot of you guys are super close to Success Club, and we have plenty of time to hit that before the end of the month. A lot of you guys are like 4 points. Tip yourself over the 4-point mark. It shouldn't be hard. So we have lots of time for that, and I think that's really it that I wanted to talk about. Was coming in. Anyway, so tonight we have Kelly on our call, and he was trying to come in. Her and I, we met last year. We talked about this the other night at Smart Success in California, and quickly just made an amazing connection, and we talk a lot, and she's absolutely wonderful, and she's been able to grow her business to the point where she travels all the time. Like, she was in Thailand, right? You're in Thailand? Yeah. Thailand and Hawaii and just all over the place. And she's been able to use her business to kind of just live her life by design, which is what we're all after. And so, are you a 7-star? I meant to ask you this before.
7-star qualifying.
Awesome. So she's a 2-time elite, which means that she's in the top, 0.01% of the company, which is pretty amazing. Only a couple hundred coaches are able to achieve that every year. So that's pretty phenomenal. And she's a 7-star qualifying, which means she has at least 7 lifetime diamonds underneath of her, which is also a pretty phenomenal thing. People don't tend to, or a lot of people don't get that far. So I'm really grateful to have her on this call tonight. And I think that you guys will get a lot from her. I've heard her speak many times, and she always has really great stuff to say. So make sure that you guys have a pen and paper with you, and she's going to kind of go over her recruiting practices and how she gets people into the business confidently, and kind of is able to attract people who turn into really awesome business builders. So go ahead, Kelly.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. You guys are so blessed to have Amy as your coach. She's an incredible human being. She's one of the most humble and gracious people I've ever come across. To know that you have somebody who cares so greatly for you and your success, mentoring you, I hope you guys understand how blessed you are to have that, because she's just phenomenal. And hell, I wish I had that, because I actually am an Emerald lead. So what happened with me is back in 2010, I signed up as a coach because I had done P90X and I lost 20 pounds and 20 inches, and I decided I wanted to pay it forward. So what happened was my coach reached out to me. She found me through Facebook. She built a relationship with me. She introduced the coaching opportunity to me, and I was sold, because I had a passion for fitness and health and helping people. And I was actually pursuing fitness and health with a nutrition degree. So I decided to sign up as a coach, but I didn't really even do anything with it for at least the first 1.5 to 2 years, because I was 23, 24 years old, was too interested in partying still, and I was very immature. So I put that on the back burner, and I just took, I basically went on the Van Wilder plan in college. I was going, I was going to school, and I was skipping school, mostly skipping school, drinking all the time, and not really doing anything productive. When all of a sudden, I was following other Beachbody coaches on Facebook, and I saw Meg Kozlowski, who is also from Toledo. I saw Tommy Migrant, who's also from my area. I saw them going on Success Club trips and all kinds of just really fun things, and they were paying off debt, and they were living the kind of lifestyle that I wanted to live. So I decided, you know what, I am sick and tired of going to school, not doing anything. I was making $80 as the receptionist at a hair salon. So I decided to go all in with Beachbody. I quit my job, I dropped out of school, and I didn't even tell my parents I dropped out of school. I mean, I still haven't officially told them to this day, but I'm pretty sure that they have a clue. But I went all in. And so what you have to decide right now is do you want to go all in? You know, do you really want this as bad as you say you do? And if you do, there are some practices that you really need to do on a consistent and daily basis so that you will have success with this. So one of the things, first and foremost, is you know, of course you have to practice the 3 vital behaviors, but you also need to understand that I didn't get here where I am. You know, I didn't get here. Amy isn't where she is. All of the top coaches aren't where they are by talking to the same 200 people. You know, 200 people on your friends list. They didn't get there through just talking to those people. What we had to do in order to advance in this business to where we are today is we had to talk to a lot of people. I've talked to well over 3,000 people. But the thing is I know that the more people that I talk to, not only am I going to help more people, but the more success I essentially am going to have. Because the truth of the matter is as nasty and icky as it sounds, this is a numbers game. And you won't have success by just presenting the coaching opportunity to 2 people. You won't have success by presenting the coaching opportunity to 4 people. To have the utmost success with this, you need to get comfortable with presenting the coaching opportunity. I actually lead with presenting the coaching opportunity because I know that essentially with the coaching opportunity, I feel I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can help somebody get physically fit, and I can help somebody get financially fit. And if I can mentor and train you to do both of those things at the same time, then that essentially is more, you know, that saves my energy essentially in the long run. So I lead with the coaching opportunity because I know without a shadow of a doubt, even before I got to where I am now, I knew that if you just are consistent with this, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if you are doing the 3 vital behaviors on a consistent basis and you're showing people this opportunity and you're believing in it, you know, you don't have to have crazy success right now to believe in this. If you're having a hard time believing in this, I definitely recommend, of course, working on yourself first and foremost. Developing a belief within yourself and developing a belief within this company and what this can do for you. You know, before I got to where I am, the thing that stood out the most for me with personal development was learning about like affirmations and talking, you know, positive words over your life instead of negative words. So one time I was at Summit, the first Summit I had ever attended, and I ran into Danielle Natoni. And of course, I love Danielle. Fit and funky, she's awesome, she's funky, but she's a great human being. And I walked up to her, and at this time, I think was an Emerald coach, and I said, oh, you know, like, if I could just have the same level of success you have, I would be so happy. So if this happens for me the way it has for you, and she stopped me dead in my tracks. And she's like, if? She's like, honey, you need to not say if. You need to say when. It's going to happen. Said if you change that mindset, you will be successful. So understand that what you speak over this business and over your life in general tends to happen. You know, you end up breathing life into anything that you think about. So if you are just thinking about negative thoughts and you're thinking about how much you suck at this or how hard it is to talk to people and all you ever hear is no's, then that's all you're ever going to get, because you're leading with that energy, and people pick up on the energy that you are putting out into this world. So if you want success with this, believe in the company, believe in yourself, believe in this business. And then with that being said, when you are talking about the coaching opportunity, understand that, you might not necessarily be where you want to be with this, but you need to take your why and make it your vision. So with that being said, when you are posting about the coaching opportunity, I remember back when I started posting about it and I didn't really have success with it. After I talked to Danielle and I understood the power of our words, and I started doing personal development, and I understood, creating vision for your life and positive affirmations, the way I posted about coaching changed once I started to apply my vision into my posts. So before, I had no success and I was running around like, how do I even present this? But then I started just putting my vision into my posts. So even though I didn't have success, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that my reason for doing Beachbody, my why, was so I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, with whoever I wanted, without having to report to anybody, and just have complete and total freedom. That was my why. And so when I posted about the coaching opportunity, I painted a vision for what I knew without a shadow of a doubt would happen as long as I was consistent with the 3 vital behaviors. So for instance, like a coach post, I would, have a little introduction and say, that I'm looking to coach and mentor 5 new women on my team. And then I would paint for the people who were following me my vision for what I knew would happen with this. So I would say, because of this opportunity, I know that in just a few short years, I'll be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever it is that I want, without having to report to a single person. So I spoke that into every single post that I ever made about the coaching opportunity. I mean, I pull up my time hops sometimes, and I see my time hops, and it's crazy that I actually said it would happen, and it's happened. I've accomplished my why from painting my vision, from having a clear, precise idea of what it was that I wanted to happen. And then I worked and I did what it took to make it happen. So what it took for me was, as I presented the coaching opportunity, I asked at least 10 people every day, have you ever considered being a coach? Now, if you want slow and steady wins a race kind of success, ask 3 people a day. But if you want surefire, you're going to sign up 8 to 10 coaches in a month, you need to be asking at least 10 people every single day. And the only way you're going to find people to ask, because I'm sure you're sitting here thinking, well, how the hell do I find 10 people? I'm friends with 1,000 people on Facebook, right? You're going to dwindle those numbers very quickly. But you find them through social media. A lot of times, one of the biggest objections that I hear from people is, oh, nobody I know is healthy. Nobody I know wants to eat healthy. Well, that's bull, because you can build a crazy business on social media. You do not need to worry about your network and your community around you, because there's a plethora of people on social media who are looking for people just like you and just like I, who are out there ready and willing to help them. They're just looking for somebody to connect with, somebody that they see eye to eye with, somebody who is like a mirror image of themselves. So what happens with the whole, Beachbody thing and posting on social media is we try to mimic everybody else. We try to mimic what the other coaches are doing, and we compare ourselves and we see what they're doing and we want to have their success. So we start essentially losing ourselves and becoming other coaches, or trying to please everybody on your news feed and losing yourself at the same time. I have had the most success with my coaching ever, and I've attracted the most tribe-worthy members to my team possible, like the people who I would love to hang out with, people that if I had to share a bed with them at Summit, I would love it. If we were rolling around in a car and we were on our way to and from, some kind of coaching event, Super Saturday, something, we're listening to the same music. We have the same conversation. We're having an incredible time based on just, if you can put yourself out there and not walk on eggshells anymore for the people that are following you. If you can be unapologetically true to yourself, what's going to happen is you are going to attract to your business people who become your best friends. You're going to attract to your business people that you are going to work the next 30 years of your life, or, whenever. I don't know how long the longevity of all this is going to be, but I'm hopeful that it's going to be around for a very long time. But the coaches that you're going to add to your team are coaches and people that you are going to know for your lifetime. So if you are going to know these people for a lifetime, you best better attract to your business people that you would love to hang out with and people that would never grow old to be in their presence. So the only way to do that is you need to be unapologetically true to yourself. You got to understand that through this coaching process, you are going to have people unfriend you. You're going to have people that you reach out to and they don't respond back to what it is that you say. You're going to have people that when you make a post and you feel like, wow, you feel really confident about it and you're really sharing yourself and you're sharing your story and all of that, and then you get someone just like tossing garbage on your post and, like downsizing or criticizing you or making you feel belittled, or they're just hating on you. You need to understand that that's going to happen. But the more that it happens, almost the more of a blessing it is, because now the people that you can cut from your life. When they let their true colors show and people criticize you for what you're doing when you are just unapologetically being yourself, you understand that you're just weeding out your garden. You're weeding out all of the weeds that would essentially just like hinder your growth and hinder your progress and hinder your ability to essentially be the change that you wish to see in the world. So if you want to attract people to your business who you absolutely love and you adore, you got to find a way through social media of being yourself and allowing those people to find you. So one of the best ways that I have found using social media is using Instagress. Amy, I'm sure you've probably taught them a little bit about Instagress, maybe?
To be honest, I don't use Instagress. Yeah, you know my.
Okay.
I know a lot of them know what it is.
Yeah. No, that helps to know. So then what I'll do is I'll just build on hashtags. So hashtags, for instance, if you are doing the 5-3-1 method, I recommend, and maybe this is just, me rattling off stuff Amy's already told you, but with the hashtags that you post underneath your photos or the hashtags that you're looking for when you're doing searching and you're going and trying to do a 5-3-1, you need to be looking for hashtags that are relevant to who you are as a human being. You need to look for hashtags that describe your interests, describe your passions, and you need to, when you post your photos, you need to be using those hashtags in your posts. So when I was like an early settler on Instagram. And so when they started unleashing like the hashtags, I would use hashtags like fit girl, gym, lift, never miss a Monday, stuff like that, stuff that's always overused. And then once Instagram, it worked then, but once Instagram started to become oversaturated with Beachbody coaches and Wrapped reps and Herbalife reps and all of that kind of stuff, all I was attracting to my business, or all I was finding when I was looking for hashtags, were other coaches or other reps or whatever it might be. But I've been able to find more like-minded, tribe-worthy people that I would genuinely want on my team and want to hang out with by searching for hashtags that were more relevant to me. So for instance, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love adventure, travel, all that kind of stuff. So my hashtags that I would search for, or that I would hashtag my photos with, look something like skydive or Whole Foods, cafe gratitude, bungee jumping, and, anything related to who it is that I am, things that make me tick, things that I'm really passionate about. So that makes the whole process so much easier because, for one, you're probably, the people that you're coming across, they might very well not be a coach, and they're probably not really into fitness. And chances are, the stuff that you're hashtagging, so like say for instance, skydiving. I would love to become AFA, I think that's the certification, but the certification so that you can jump without needing somebody strapped to your back. So in order to skydive and to get that kind of certification, that costs a lot of money. And there are people out there who love to skydive and they would love to get that certification so they too could jump solo. But the truth of the matter is they're probably a broke college student who couldn't afford that. So how cool would it be then for me to 531 them, build a relationship with them, and then end up locking them in on my team? Because chances are, if they like skydiving, they're going to like the rest of the things that I enjoy. And when they look at my Instagram account, they're going to see that I'm posting about skydiving or anything closely related to any of those things. They're going to see who I am. They're going to be like, oh, this chick's kind of cool. And they're going to end up wanting to build a relationship with me or join my team or whatever it might be. So in order to have really awesome success with this, you have to not be afraid to post about the coaching opportunity. You must, if you haven't reached the quote-unquote level of success that you think is necessary for people to just be knocking down your door, you need to paint your vision in your posts. And let me be honest too, just because I'm a 6-figure earner and I'm a 7-star diamond, that doesn't mean diddly crap to most people. So I don't have a lot of people necessarily knocking down my door every day. I'm not like getting massive leads coming at me all the time because of the status that I have. That doesn't mean anything. I do, though. I get people who come to me all the time wondering what I do because they click with me so much and they see like the fun that I have. They see the people that I surround myself by, and they want that. So I actually end up getting more people to come to me about the coaching opportunity because they see the person I've grown into and the person that I'm surrounding myself by. And both of those things, I wouldn't have either of those if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for doing personal development every single day and trying to become a better human being. So get comfortable with posting about the coaching opportunity. If you don't have that crazy level of success yet, paint your vision. And then as well, on social media, be as unapologetically you as possible. You're going to offend people by being true to yourself. But the truth is you're going to offend people either way. So screw it, be yourself, and allow really awesome people to be attracted to you instead of really lame people who you don't really connect with on a deeper level. So with that being said, I think, Amy, that might be it. I would love to answer questions.
I actually have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
So if let's say you're a new coach, or you're a coach who hasn't had a ton of success with recruiting, what do you really feel like is the first step to approach someone with the coaching opportunity?
Well, I mean, definitely. Are we assuming that we've already asked like our friends and family and all, that, or just start from exact scratch?
So I think the process of what I've taught them is I've had more success going from like a challenger and then converting them over to a coach. I do have people who have joined my team that are just cold market. We've never worked together before, and they've seen a post or something like that, and they wanted more information. But let's say it's someone who, they've been around on your social media for a little while, and you're either, you're wanting to ask them about the coaching opportunity or to like a group or something like that. How would you approach that person?
So of course, first I would build a relationship with that person. But then, let me think here. So this is kind of, I don't know if this even helps, but something I taught my team is anybody that anybody that is friend, family, acquaintance, somebody even on your Facebook, any single soul that if you found out that they became a coach underneath somebody else because somebody else asked them and you didn't, and it would absolutely make you butthurt as all hell because somebody else got to them before you and they said yes to somebody else, then you need to go through and figure out all of those people who that would pertain to, and you need to ask them. So essentially then what I taught my team to do, especially if you're a brand new coach, is you basically you paint a vision for them. So you say, I recently started this online health and fitness coaching thing, and the truth is I know because of this, I am going to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever it is that I want to do it with without having to report to anybody. Now, the thing is I know I'm going to have a lot of success with this. And so 2 to 3 years from now, you could see me having success and actually be with me, taking on all of this success together. Or you could not join me, and 2 to 3 years from now, you could be regretful because I'm going to be doing all of this and I'm going to be living my life exactly how I described. And meanwhile, you kind of just, you said no. So basically, you can either hop on this train with me, or you can just watch me as I drive right on past. So something like that. That's kind of what we do. Because, one of my girls, Katie, who I'm actually staying with right now, and she is somebody who I've been sleeping in the same bed as her. We've been listening to the same music, and it's absolutely awesome. She's one of my tribe. She is so cool, and I attracted her just based on being unapologetically who I am. But anyway, I told Katie exactly to do that, to tell her friends, tell her family, like, look, I know because of this, I'm going to be able to travel, because that's what she wants to do. She wants to travel. She wants to have that kind of freedom. And she said, you can either join me, or I would really hate to see in 2 to 3 years me having all of this success and you guys not being here on the journey with me. She ended up getting her sister on board, her dad on board. Her dad is, I think, 5 days into Shakeology and has lost 4 pounds. Her sister is already emerald. Okay, and Katie's been a coach for a month. She's like almost diamond because she's been using this. She's found like a nice way to paint her vision to her friends and her family and then say, hey, you can either join me, or I would really hate in 2 to 3 years you not be on this journey with me.
Awesome. I think that's great. I think the thing that everybody struggles with so much is that just that approach of, okay, so there's this person, I really want to invite them. How do I go about it in a way that is kind but straightforward and appeals to them and says like, hey, this opportunity is amazing and I really want you to do this with me. Would you be open to hearing more about it? So after you invite them, let's say they're like, yeah, that's great. Can you tell me more about it? What is your approach to continuing on from there?
So first and foremost, what I tell my coaches, the new ones, so it takes off a lot of pressure, is they tend to want to just vomit at the mouth. Like, oh, well, like I joined this coaching thing, and then they overwhelm. Mm-hmm. And I know that because I've been there. I was somebody who would completely word vomit all over people and overwhelm them when I first got started. So then what I have them say is, as if you're like in person and you're talking with somebody, then I'll have them say, hey, I would love to tell you more. Do you mind if I share more information with you when I get onto Facebook? Because then you can get onto Facebook and then you can start using a script instead of just like absolutely just blowing it. Mm-hmm. Because you scared the living hell out of somebody. So then when you get them onto the computer, or even if you're doing this conversation on the computer, I have a What is Coaching live presentation that I filmed for my team. It's like 25 minutes long. And so I just, within our script, once you get somebody who's interested, you basically say, hey, I have this video that my awesome friend Kelly put together about the success that she's had and how it is that you can do what I do as well, and some of the ins and outs of what coaching is all about. Mm-hmm. Would you be interested in checking that out if I were to send that to you?
Is that on your YouTube by chance?
Yep. Okay,
cool. I'll check it out and I'll make you guys one.
I think it's called How Coaching Saved My Life, I want to say. I have a couple of other ones out there, but that one's the most condensed.
I saw the video that you posted the other day from your diamond trip, and that was an amazing video. It was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was jacked about that.
It's really cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's say this person. Holy crap! Sorry. It's like raining here. So after somebody watches that video, like let's say they actually make it through that 25-minute video, because some people have like the attention span of a 2-year-old. And obviously, let's clarify that we want people that are going to take the time to look through that 25-minute video, because if they're not willing to look through a 25-minute video, then they're not worth your time, because they're going to have to invest a way much more. Is that even a way to say it? They're going to have to invest much more time. There we go. I blame pregnancy brain. I can't like put together coherent sentences to save my life.
I do that and I'm not even pregnant. So
they're going to have to spend so much more time investing in this business. And 25 minutes is like a 0.25% of time that they're going to have to invest. So you want people who are going to be excited about watching that video. They're actually going to go through it. They're going to get something out of it. After they watch that video, do you ask them like, what are your thoughts on this video, or what were your takeaways from this video? I sound like Pat. But like, what are your top 5 takeaways from this video? Where do you kind of go after that video?
So in the video I created before this last one, I had a portion that I actually wish I would have added to this last recording that I did. I had like, you could either be an A, B, or C person. A was, you want to just try the product. B was if you wanted to be a discount coach, or I call it a discount member. So if you want to be a discount member, and then C was you want to go all in. So I had like, you could either be option A, option B, or option C. So then when I was using that video, which if you were going to create a video, I would do this because it helps. This portion's really nice. So then when you message the person, you send them the video, you also mention, hey, let me know as well if you are A, B, or C when you're done watching it, okay?
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them, questions always make people have to come back and answer them.
Exactly. Yep.
Cool. All right. Do you end up ever getting them on, like they get through the video and they answer your question? Let's say there's somebody who decides like, I really want to be all in. The other two I would finish over social media. But the business builder or somebody who decides that they want to be all in, is that someone that you would get on a Zoom call with to explain more about the business, or would you just also finish the process on social media with them?
Now there was a time when I would have gotten onto social media or onto like Zoom with them, but now just where my time is, like how much time I have to delegate towards all of this, I now just have a script that kind of just has that I copy and paste.
Would you mind sharing that with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Once she sends that to me, I'll share it with you guys. But okay, cool. My other question is, what are your top 3 personal development recommendations?
Okay. Top 3. The Secret, the documentary.
I've actually never heard of that one.
Yeah. So that's on YouTube, and that's also on Netflix the last time I saw.
Netflix and chill, people. Netflix and chill.
Sure.
Just kidding.
Netflix and build an empire. Okay, so that, let me think. You are a badass. Just because I feel that for most people, at least the people I attract to my business, that they need that, because it's like they're having a come to Jesus with their best friend, and their best friend is kind of cussing at them and making them laugh all at the same time. And that's right up my alley. And it really helps to explain like self-love and like affirmations and belief. So I believe that's super important. The final book that I would recommend. Let me look at my author. Because let me think. 10X.
Oh, yeah, I want to read that one.
Yeah, Trey Bear has talked a lot about that. 10X is very good. I'm not even all the way through it, but I love it. And
Awesome.
I recommend it.
Very cool. And then, so on Instagram, when you're doing the 531s, which if you don't know what a 531 is, I posted a video in our coach group the other day explaining what a 531 is. But let's say you connected on Instagram, or they decided to like your page, because that's the ultimate goal, right? Mm-hmm. So I saw the other day, I'm in her coach group, there was someone that she was on a Zoom call with that is an amazing coach now that followed her forever, and she regrets not reaching out to her because this girl's, isn't she like a 10-star diamond coach now?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So do you use the approach of direct messaging people on Instagram to connect with them?
No, because if I use yeah, I mean, I do. See, that's the thing. So if it's somebody that I've kind of been building a relationship with, I'll take it to direct message. Mm-hmm. But if it's somebody that I'm kind of just flirting around with, like we're just now first beginning the 531, I'll message them on their like photo thread. So I'll respond to them there. And then once I feel a relationship has been built, I'll message them. I'll direct message.
Okay. Do you ever try to get people over to Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer to get people to Facebook as soon as possible. So if there's a connection made, then I'll say, dude, I feel like we've really connected with one another, and I would love to connect with you on Facebook as well. Are you over there?
Okay, awesome. And then my last question before I kind of open it up for questions for everybody else. So let's say I'm a brand new baby coach. I get asked this question a lot, so I've given my opinion about it. But so let's say I'm someone who joins and I want to be all in. I've said it, and I am doing the vital behaviors. How long do you think should be a goal to reaching Diamond? Like, how long do you really feel like is ample time if you're serious about the business and you're inviting and being consistent about things that should be your goal to reaching that milestone?
All right. So if you are serious about the business, let's say that every day you are inviting 10 people. Or let's say, how about even if we wanted to even simplify it more than that, let's say you just ask one person every single day. By the end of a month, you've asked 30 people, and chances are you, at the very worst, you had a 10% closing rate. That means that you've signed up at least 3 people. So by then you're already emerald with one coach, right? So if you continue to do that, that's going to be a slower route, right? So that's why I always totally recommend that if you want to go the fast route with this, to be asking at least 10 people every single day. Because if you do that, and then the people who you sign up, so if you are doing that, chances are you're going to be signing up a decent amount of people. And if you're signing up a decent amount of people, you're going to get some people who are real gung-ho and who are business builders. Because for the truth, I mean, really, if you signed up 10 people, chances are one of those people is going to be like an elite coach, you know, somebody who becomes like a 5-star elite Diamond Beachbody coach. They end up going all in. So with that being said, if you are asking 10 people every single day, and then you teach your gung-ho people that you are signing up to ask 10 people every day, there's no rhyme or reason why in 2 months you shouldn't be a Diamond coach. Now, that being said too, I also want to say it took me a hell of a long time to become Diamond.
It took me 6 months.
Yeah, really? I mean, to me, that's quick, because it took me much longer.
I feel like, when did you start the business?
I started in 2010, didn't start working till like 2012.
I feel like the material that we have now versus probably what was there when you first started is so much more amplified. Yeah. When I first started, I started in 2013, like mid 2013, and the tools and resources that I had then was probably like Pat and Annie were just creating that wheel like long before I even started. So I think people have the capability of getting to that point so much faster now, because I have so many coaches who go into the back office. There's so much material back there that you can learn from, that you don't have to wait on whoever sponsored you to teach you. There's, I mean, video after video from like past summit that you can go back and watch that are phenomenal learning videos that really, you know, do help you. And so you have access to so much more material and tools now than I think you guys did whenever you first started.
Totally. Yeah. We didn't have Coach Basics or any of those kind of like skeletons for any of those coach challenge groups or anything.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's all my questions from me. Does anybody else want to ask Kelly anything? If you want to just put it down in the chat box so people's noise in the background doesn't get crazy. She's an open book, and you have like 9 minutes with her before she's gone. So we went through this the other day.
Yeah, we did. Guys don't have to be shy.
You can ask her anything. She's open. Nothing. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I've had so many people who, by the way, who are not on this call, who, whenever I announced that you were on it, they were like, she's like one of my biggest inspirations. See, she's awesome. I'm like, I know, she's amazing. So.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Well, we'll wrap everything up since no one wants to ask any questions, which is nuts. But
it's okay.
Thank you very much for taking the time to be on here tonight. She has helped me immensely. And by the way, she has nothing to do with our downline whatsoever. So her help is completely because she wants to be here, and she's taken time out of her night to do it, which is huge for her because at this point in the game, she can pick and choose what she wants to do. So she doesn't have to be here. Oh, okay. Wasn't a question. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for showing up tonight, and I hope you guys got a lot out of this video. I took some notes, and we'll be putting together some more stuff to hopefully help you guys recruit better and, you know, get to the place where you want to faster. So that's all. I hope you guys have a good night.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you.